Aloha everyone! Hi, I'm Rock, and today you're watching my live stream. My channel, Rock RC, and in today's video, I have a box. So, two boxes. Are you ready for an unboxing? So, once again, as you can see, changing the format. Not too sure. Changing the format, experimenting. I'll be doing a lot of experimenting. Just, like I said, I've been doing a lot of research, so trying to figure out how to do this live stream close to as professional as I can. As you noticed in my previous video, I upgraded my mic, and it sounds like my mic might be echoing. Why do I have this on? I don't need this. Yeah, I have to make sure all my settings are correct. Sorry for the, technical difficulties. But it looks like my mic is working. Hopefully I shut off my other mic. Not too sure why this one has a mic. I think I have to turn it off in my iPhone. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to become wireless in my camera settings. So just to explain to you folks, the camera that I'm using to take the video of me, I'm using my iPhone 10 XS or iPhone XS as my webcam. And then for the, I see right below here, the camera that I'm using to capture the boxes, I'm using my GoPro Hero 6. In order to go wireless on a GoPro, you would have to upgrade to a Hero 7 or 8 because it has the software to do it. But you can go, I'm actually wireless on my iPhone 10. So I just have the power plug connected to the power, so that way the battery don't die, and you guys folks don't have a blackout. Sergeant Jay's RC Adventure, what's up? What's up, Sergeant? Hope you're having an excellent Friday. Wow, you're always watching from Italy. Thank you, I very appreciated, my friend. Hope everything's excellent in Italy. It looks like things are turning around in a positive direction, and I'm glad you're enjoying this RC chat. If you have any questions, go ahead and free and ask. I'll gladly answer them as honest as I can. But yeah, so so basically, yeah, a little bit, it's kind of lagging. I guess it's still in the beta phase. Yeah, wireless on my iPhone, because like I said, I have a vision of where I want to go with this live stream. I have a lot of ideas and plans on how to create content for my live streams, not only on YouTube but on Twitch. So just I put myself really on a very strict low budget. I mean, I I don't want to just splurge and try to buy everything. And like I was talking in my previous video, the next great thing. I just gonna try to work with what I have and make the best of it, make the most of it. So yeah, so iPhone 10 wireless, GoPro still connected to my iMac, because that's the only way I could do it. But so far so good. I think live streaming is only scratching the surface in regards to program, software, even hardware. I think you eventually see the hardware portion where you see cameras transition into more their softwares, more into live streaming. Like I said, I envision live streaming becoming big. I mean, it's big now, but I think it's gonna just explode, especially the way the current situation is, where everybody's just zooming or Discord. I'll probably set up a Zoom account or a Discord account where I can probably, if people want to be special guests on my live streams, they definitely can. Where are you located? I am located in Hawaii, on the big island, on the biggest island of Hawaii. What part of Italy are you from? Sergeant J's RC Adventures. But yeah, so live stream is probably, like I said, I think a lot of people are gonna get into it. They're gonna do it. So pretty cool. You have to, like I said, get at least a piece of that pie. I'll probably, I for a whole almost 2 months I've been live streaming every day on Twitch, but I kind of stopped. So I'm gonna eventually get back into it. I figure I just concentrate on YouTube right now. But yeah, I see I have 2 boxes in front of me, and where I'm going with the 2 boxes is pretty much what's my plan for the future ahead of me. Like I said, especially for my YouTube channel, Twitch, live streaming, kind of give you folks an idea and general idea what I'm trying to accomplish here. So I got these 2 boxes in front of me. I actually got these 2. I didn't get these 2 boxes recently. I actually I had these 2 boxes here maybe over almost 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. Haven't opened them. Just basically received it, put it on the side, ignored it for a couple of years. But I figured I'll just share it and unboxing with you folks, because I know I haven't done an unboxing for a long time, or unboxing video for a while on my channel. So what better way to do an unboxing than do it now. I know some people like my unboxing and some people don't. So, and sometimes I jibber jabber in the beginning of my videos and people hate that. Just get to the point. Oh, nice. I'm stationed in Italy for a little while. I almost got assigned to Hawaii, but I had this as my preferred location. Oh, nice. I take it, what branch are you in the military? I would guess either, well, if you're going to Hawaii, you can be in the Marines, Army, or the Navy. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, 2 years. So, without any further ado, let's get to the unboxing. But first thing first, we have is the trusty razor. Remember, folks, when handling sharp objects or razors, please be careful and do not injure yourself or cut yourself. And for those who are under the age of 18, please get your parents' permission. Now let's get to an unboxing. Oh, that's a little bit rusty there. So I'm gonna start off with the small box. Well, actually, let's do the big box. Oh, nice. Air Force. Oh. So are you planning to become a pilot? So actually, this one I got from BHPV, if that's what it's called. BH, what is it? BHV, yeah, I think it's BHPV. Photo, the camera online store, I guess, supposedly. So, okay, yeah. I knew I ordered 2. I said, I know I have 3 new GoPro Hero Session 5s lying somewhere. So, yeah, this is... I'm laughing because, yeah, like I said, I bought this about over 2 years ago because these cameras was going extinct, right? It's discontinued. I looked ever online previously. You can't find him anywhere. He's like, why are you doing an unboxing on Hero Session 5? Wow, civil engineer, nice. And 16 years, I give you credit, man, being in, just doing something for 16 years, that's a very long time. and that can get very tedious and repetitive, and I know it can be a challenging the longer you stay in something, do something. So props up to you, my friend. Thank you for protecting us in America, in the United States, and not only that, but I think in the world. So I salute you, my friend. So yeah, Hero 5, they're extinct now. Well, not extinct, they're endangered. And why am I going with the Hero Session 5 is because I've been looking at cameras, because like I said, technology advances for cameras are getting a lot better. Pictures are getting better quality. I think now you can get a camera that has a resolution of 8K, which is pretty. I don't know. I think 1080p was pretty high definition for me, but so yeah, these cameras, and basically what I was so basically the Hero set why I purchased 3 Hero Session 5 before these got discontinued is because it was for my FPV drones. So I wanted to film cool content, film my FPV drone, and it's ironic that we have an Air Force, and I'm talking about FPV. That's so ironic. I mean, Sergeant JRC Adventures, man, you pretty much put the icing on the cake here on this live stream. It's ironic, a coincidence. I don't know. Maybe it's fate. But yeah, okay. So my FPV drones, I was in order to record HD content. This was probably the best camera to get. The Hero Session 5. I mean, smallest form factor. You can put the Hero Session, not Hero Session, Hero 8 or 7 and below on your FPV drone, but that's too expensive, those cameras, to suffer a crash or something. But yeah, so when I found out this was getting discontinued, tried to buy as much as I could. I have 3 still new in the box, and then 2 out of the box using on my FPV drones. So that's part of the reason why I bought this. And like I said, I haven't been flying FPV drones for almost 2 years. I just recently did a flight session the other day, and yeah, it's like trying to ride a bike again. So what happened to my trusty racer? Oh, here we are. So on to the next box. So oh, nice. You have a Mavic Mini. Nice. So the box out of the way. Okay, so what I have here is these are KISS ESCs. This is the 32-bit ESCs, capable of running D-Shot 2400. Sorry. So I bought like 6 of them. Yeah, 6 of them. And then also have this 2 KISS V2 flight controller. This has the F7 MPU microprocessor. So it's like, well, why are you ordering drone parts, or why are you unboxing drone parts? It's because it's interesting because for the past month, been doing a lot of research and trying to figure out how I can create cool content to share with you folks. And I know FPV drones is one of them. And I like flying drones, and um, for me, like Kiss was the game changer for me, because that's when I got better at flying FPV, because of Kiss, because it's pretty much, it flies, it works. Nothing against the you know other protocols out there, Betaflight. I think yeah, it's only Betaflight and Kiss now, or iNav. You know, reflecting back, because I'm answering the question in chat here. There are many there are many FPV entry drones out there. From my experience, if I was to give advice to someone who wanted to get into FPV drone racing, from my experience, the first thing you have to ask yourself, or the two biggest long-term investments, right? The two biggest long-term investments you're gonna make in FPV drones is, number one, is your FPV goggle, and number two is your transmitter. And I know, for me currently, I'm flying for my FPV goggles. I'm flying. I have two. I'll be right back. Okay, so here I have is my this is my Fat Shark Dominator. The Dominators? I know it's been a while. My Fat Shark, my Fat Shark Dominator. I think it's the V3s. And this one has the 16:9 aspect ratio. And the field of view is, I think it's 50 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Could be, don't quote me on that. And then here, this one, in FPV, you always need a backup. But the Fat Sharks, they last a long time. And they're good quality. And this one is the HDs. HDOs. Yeah, HDOs. So this one has the Dominator has the LCD screen, and then this HDO has the OLED screen. So pretty much the OLED screen has better the picture quality and clarity. And these HDOs has a 4:3 aspect ratio, and then I think the field of view on this one is I think I'm not too sure. I don't want to quote, but so the difference between the two is big. When you I think the field of view is, if the lesser the field of view, it's a lot closer. The bigger field of view, it's a lot farther. I could be wrong. I'm just, it's been a while, so bear with me. So basically, the major difference between the two goggles, besides the OLED screen and the LCD screen is the field of view and aspect ratio. So basically, this one is pretty much, it's like going, it's like sitting in the movie theater, right? In the movie theater, and if you sit in the front row, the screen is like super close to you, and if you sit in the middle row, you kind of, you pretty much see everything, and then you can pretty much see everything. And then when you sit in the back row, everything's farther away, right? So basically, it's like, I think this one is like sitting in the middle of the movie theater, and this one is like sitting way in the back, where you can pretty much see everything and see everything outside of the screen, right? And then if you sit in the middle, you pretty much just see the screen itself and nothing around it. So that's the difference between these two, and people are different, and so some people like to see things farther because they want to see everything, and then if you sit in the middle, you still kind of have to move your eyes, right? But that's the difference between the two. Trying to simplify it. Yeah, the OLED, you have better picture quality, but still, yeah, it's still an analog, so you still have that noise that is going to interfere in your video. So like for me, like one of the biggest game changers in FPV is when the KISS ESCs and the flight controller. Well, not particularly KISS ESCs or flight controller, but when the flight controller was able to make the actually when the ESCs were able to send, instead of an analog signal to the motors, but send a digital signal to the motors. So, and the difference between analog and digital is basically like, TVs 20 years ago, standard definition, compared to TVs this day and age, where you have high definition. So analog, you have a lot of noise in the protocol. So the motors would be probably experience more vibrations or oscillations compared to digital. Digital, the signal or the protocol is a lot cleaner, so your motors will run a lot smoother and not experience that much oscillations or jitters or vibrations. So this day and age, in today's FPV world, compared to when I first started maybe 5 years ago, analog was like challenging, whether it was between the ESCs to the motors, and especially in what you see in your goggles. So if I was to give someone advice right now, because these goggles, brand new, they run about $500, I would spend a little bit extra and get me the DJI FPV goggle, because that's digital and that's HD, and believe me, the better you can see, or your screen is more clarity and more defined, more detailed, better you can fly. There's pros and cons between analog and versus. I mean, analog has its pros and cons, and digital has its pros and cons. But if you're gonna spend that money, you might as well just go for the digital setup. That's my advice, because it's only, and it's a long term. And your goggles is, when I say long term investment, you probably won't, once you buy a goggle, a high quality one, that goggle is probably gonna last easy 5 years minimum. I had these Dominators V3s for over 3 years now. They've been working really good. And then I had Fat Sharks HDs that lasted me forever. And somebody wanted to buy it off me once I got these, so I sold it to my friend, and then it's still working. So So that's the direction I would go with the FPV goggle. Invest in a DJI FPV uh, goggle. Looks pretty cool too. I'm looking into getting one, but because like I said, I'm just holding off right now because um they may come out with a new one. So we'll see. I would prefer the bigger field of view for surroundings. True. A lot faster response time, refresh rates. Okay. Gotta take off, but I'll watch this back later. Appreciate the information. Looking at the DJI goggle too. I'll catch you later. Right, Sergeant J's RC Adventures. You have a great day, and thank you for all you do for our country and for the world. I really appreciate you joining in the chat, and have a great weekend. But yeah, so I will go with the DJI, and then the next big investment is that you're gonna make long term is your transmitter. So here I have a Taranis X9D Plus, yeah, X9D Plus or XD90, something like that. And then I'm running Crossfire from Team Black Sheep or TBS. And you know, this transmitter is gonna it lasts a long time. Some things may end up wear and tear, like your gimbals and your switches, but that's easy to replace for cheap too. This radio, I think you can get it for about $200 to $300. I think they have the updated version. So, you know, I would go with this. Because you know the price point is on point with the value, and you know I haven't had any issues with the Taranis from FrSky or FrSky or whatever you want to call it. So that might be advice. You know, if you want to start up in FPV, your two biggest investments long term is going to be your goggles, FPV goggles, and your transmitter. You might as well spend the money because, like I said, if you buy the high quality ones and that's known to last a long time, you probably it'll probably last you 5 to 10 years. And because, like I say, the reason why I would go with a DJI FPV goggles because it's digital, and digital is here to stay. It's not gonna go nowhere unless something comes up that's better. But that probably won't happen at least the next another 10 years. I can't see, you know, anything else, better than digital. It's if there's something else better than digital, and then it's better than what our eyes can see. And what our eyes see is pretty much what you see in digital, a reflection. So, and then, transmitter, FrSky, Taranis, you can go with a Futaba if you want to spend extra money, but I wouldn't. And then, Spectrum. But those are, they cost a lot more and they basically do the same thing, So, but, whatever you prefer, it's up to you. And then, well, what about the drone itself, iRock? Isn't that a long-term investment? Yes, it's a long-term investment, but it's temporary. It's temporary. So, yeah, because eventually parts will break on this and you have to replace it. So, but the individual parts itself is pretty inexpensive compared to everything else. I mean, it still costs you money to repair and replace this, but yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, if you're gonna get into FPV drone racing, practice your soldering and build your one yourself from scratch. That way, if you crash and something breaks, you know how to replace them or replace the part. So that's my opinion, or my advice, suggestion. Well, actually, see this one. It runs this is a TBS Source 1 frame. I have a Betaflight F4 flight controller. I have the Airbot Metal V2 32-bit B Heli _32 ESCs, I'm running what it is? Oh, Brother Hobbies, Deadpool, 2306, 2450 kV motors. I have a Immersion Tramp HV VTX. I have FR Sky XSR, I think what is called the receiver. And then a Foxeer Predator V3 mini FPV camera. And this is the one I was talking about yesterday about trying to build it this past week, and I couldn't get it to fly. Well, I don't know, for some reason. Well, let me show you folks. And this is the reason why I fly KISS over everything else.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Connect the battery. Make sure your props are off. Alright, so here we go. ESCs are working because the LED lights are on. And so I connected this to, and the way you can like know you have a bad ESC or it's not working, you can connect it for, well, these ESCs, because there are BA Heli 32 ESCs, you can connect it to the configurator, and you can, and then you connect it, you connect it and connect it to the BA Heli 32 configurator, and then configurator to USB using the pass-through to the flight controller, and then you connect your LiPo so that way the configurator can read the ESCs. And you just hit read, and then it will give you all the information on each individual ESCs or whichever one you select. And if there's no information, or you can't read a certain ESC, that means your ESCs are bad. So that's one way to tell if one of your ESCs are bad. You just connect it to for in this case the BA Heli 32. But all 4 ESCs are working, and so people can't tell me that, oh well, you should connect it. Maybe ESCs are bad. No, these are brand new ESCs, new out of the box. Okay, so configured it in blasted with the latest firmware of BA Heli 32s. Check the motors working. These are brand new motors, right? Brand new motors, brand new flight controller, and then when I arm it, doesn't arm. See? Oh. Yeah, so well, it's because, why are you not?
Radio antenna defective.
Oh yeah, okay, finally. Okay, so there you go. And that is the reason why.
Radio antenna defective.
And that is the reason why I fly a TBS Crossfire instead of the FR Sky. Just, I don't know why it says radio antenna. Oh, okay.
Radio antenna defective.
Okay. My bad. Can't blame
Radio antenna defective.
I can't blame FR Sky for that. Okay, so didn't put the antenna onto my onto my transmitter. So okay, there. This motor is not spinning. And for whatever reason, it's just jittery. All the three motors are spinning except for that motor number 1. A little throttle. And so for the life of me, okay, what's going on with my XS? Maybe I've been on it too long. Oh, I know why. I know why it's frozen. Okay, so need to turn.
Receiver still connected.
So, yeah, that's what happened.
Telemetry lost.
That's what happened when you go into the digital phase. So, because I'm running my iPhone XS wireless, so when I turn on my transmitter, it's kind of like when you go out there and FPV, when you turn off the transmitter or you turn on the transmitter, oh, the VTX too. When you turn on the VTX, I wiped out my connection to my iPhone to my iMac computer. So now I have a still image. So, folks, don't power on your VTX while you're live streaming. don't power your VTX while you're live streaming. Okay, to fix this, we just go back into properties. Go to OBS link for now. All right, and then let's do this. Back to properties. Go back to not catching it. Gonna have to reboot it. Okay, hold on with me, folks. Hold on. Technical difficult. Alrighty then. Okay, so now got it all figured out. Just bear with me, folks. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but that's what happens when you go live streaming. That's the risk you take. Boy, I'm back. Okay, so and once again, do not turn your VTX on while you're live streaming and your camera is wireless. MTC Tuki 25, what's up, MCT Tuki? Why does YouTube keep unsubscribing me from your channel? I just resubscribed yesterday, and when I come here, not subscribe. You know, that's funny because my subscribership, it's been going up and down lately. You know, so yeah, I'm not too sure. You know, sometimes I think like with any program or software, they do updates, and sometimes there's a glitch in the updates, and then you know, I know they're doing a lot of updates because a lot of the functions and features and the format on YouTube has changed. I think that's one of the reasons, you know. So okay, so yeah, and this is the one of the reasons why I fly KISS products instead of Betaflight. I don't. So when something doesn't work, it drives me crazy, and I'm gonna go nonstop and try to solve, troubleshoot and fix the problem. And I already know what's the problem. Even though this flight controller is good, because this is the Betaflight F4s, and I still can connect to the configurator. So yeah, I still can connect to the configurator, change my PIDs, config, blah blah blah. So yeah. And at one point, like a lot of the Betaflight gears I was having a lot of issues at one point, and I don't know if they fixed it, but I'm not trying to try to support every developer out there, because I know it's not easy to do software. But back to Kiss Flyduino. So yeah, that's the reason why I fly Kiss, because I know Kiss works, it flies. I think from all my experience with Kiss, only experienced like a couple issues. And I think at that time like I said, they're updating their firmware, and they're trying to develop their configurator, or the GUI, their round user interface. So yeah, yeah, nice seeing you too, MTC 2K25. Hope you have a great Friday, Aloha Friday, and a great weekend. Appreciate you stopping by in the chat. Hope all is well. Aloha, take care. So yeah, so that's the reason why I fly Kiss, and the reason why I did this unboxing on the Kiss, or kind of lost track here, but I think one of the founders of the Kiss, I think his name is Felix. So I was doing a lot of research, and I was trying to find if I could get more Kiss flight controllers and ESCs, and I came to realize that they were scarce. I couldn't believe it. I was like, why is Kiss endangered too? Is an endangered species? So I had a hard time finding Kiss products. So when you do a lot of research, you find out that one of the founders of Kiss is no longer with Flyduino, and I'm not too sure, but I think he started his own company, which is now called FetTech, and it's very similar to the Kiss products. The flight controller, the ESCs, maybe different layout on the flight controller. A different layout. You still can run both softwares on either or, I think. Not too sure. So yeah, like I guess companies evolve and they change, and people eventually go on their own, I think, and start their own companies. Like why continue making more money for a corporation when I can go on my own and make more money for myself? But yeah, so now I have these flight controllers and ESCs, and I was thinking of doing a build. Well, what I'm planning to do, I'm gonna do a live FPV drone build on my Twitch channel soon. It's like your basics, and then so that's part of that. And then these babies are eventually gonna become extinct, brand new in the box, never used. And the greatest thing about technology is that it's getting smaller. gone are the days where you have, you strap a GoPro on your FPV quad or FPV drone. Like this. So this is my Impulse RC Alien running KISS setup, flight controller, ESCs. This has the Mr. Steel, that 24, I think 24, 2306, 24. I know it's not 2450. I think 2445 AV motors. TBS Triumph antenna, micro crossfire receiver, the Mr. Steel PDB, and like I have a Foxeer CCD camera. Oh, I think this is the Arrow. Yeah, that's probably why I couldn't see that. Couldn't see well when it's flying. And then HQ prop 4x4s, 4x3s, yeah, 4x3s, by 3 durable props, Infinity 1500 milliamps, 4S LiPo batteries. So yep. So gone are the days where the wireless is not the way to go. Freeze frame. My CPU? What is my CPU usage? It's 60%. That's a lot. Maybe I have too much programs running at the same time, but this iMac should be able to handle all the multiple programs running. Interesting. Maybe I should just see if I can turn that one off. So yeah, sorry for the technical difficulties, but yeah. And the reason why the GoPro is not glitching because it's wired and not wireless. So yeah, gone are the days that you, I don't know, say gone are the days, but for me, I will no longer be using a Hero Session camera on my FPV drones. Like I said, like what I recommend earlier, I'll probably switch over to the DJI FPV air unit or the Cadex Vista FPV system. And then yeah, those have a lot of cool ideas that I plan. So I guess my next project after my Capo JK Max, I'll be building me a FPV drone, live streaming. Hopefully I get it to work live and not suffer any technical difficulties, but that's okay. That's part of life. That's part of the risk you take. Anyways, folks, I like to thank everyone for joining in the chat, watching my live stream. I appreciate. Sorry for technical difficulties, but it is what it is. I guess yeah, it's in the wireless is still in the beta phase, so it'll get better. It will improve. So till my next live stream, take care and aloha, shaka, and I'm out.